Welcome back. God bless America. God bless the United States PCC World Champions. Men's, female, senior, we crushed, okay? And we're here for some more match competition footage here at USPSA Area 1 Championship in Idaho. And not only that, they think I'm good enough to be on the super squad, so we got some great shooters for you here today. We've got Christian Saylor, we've got the boys from AMU, we've got Jay Beal, we got a whole bunch of other people. For this match, you're gonna see all my stages, but then we're gonna choose one of these top shooters and show their stages as well. So we're gonna see stage, debrief, and that's kind of gonna be the format for today. So get ready for some action-packed stages and show you what an area match looks like. And so for those of you who don't know, we have local matches, that's the lowest level. We got like level 2, which is like a sectional regional. Then we've got area matches, then we've got nationals, then we've got world shoots. And this year is a world shoot year, and I am fortunate enough to get a slot to represent the United States for that. So this year we get to shoot every single level match, which is something that only happens every 4 years or so. Christian, get in here. This big dog, Christian, right here.
Hey guys.
You guys know who this guy is. Everybody knows who this guy is if you like to shoot guns.
This is true, this is true. Coming out here, Area 1, we're excited for it. Got the World Championship in just under 100 days. We're shooting the open gun for that, defending my World Championship title won in 2022 in Thailand. This time in South Africa. But today we have a different mission set. We're gearing up for the Carry Optics Nationals. We're both going, what, 2-3 weeks from now?
Yep.
Right, so we're gearing up for that.
We are thankful for it because we want him to shoot CO match. I saw he signed up in open and I was like, come on, Christian, come play with us.
Yeah,
we want you to play with us.
This is the best Walther shooter on the planet right here.
Jay Beal.
Jay Beal.
Thank you.
This man runs and talks on Legos.
This is true.
They're in my shoes right now.
They're in their shoes. Actually, all right, come on. We got other guys coming in. Jacob, bring it in here. we got Jacob Hetherington from AMU.
Hey guys.
This is Mr. America right here. Wife, child, U.S. Army.
That's right.
All of them.
Here to shoot some bullets really fast.
Yeah, this dude.
And accurate.
No, he's not gonna be accurate. He shoots the riskiest stage plans possible to try to get the best times.
I'm gonna try to do what he does.
Jay is a hound dog, is what I'd like to say. He's just looking on the stages, hitting the targets. I see your practice; it's up there. Jacob is like a twister. He's like an aimbot. Aaron, he's just a stud. This is Aaron Edens, AMU.
It's Edens, but yeah.
Aaron Edens.
Yeah, it's Edens.
And what do you got to say about Area 1 and shooting? Right here.
We start on the weak hand stage and then the strong hand stage, which will be super fun. I actually really enjoy that aspect, bringing that back to some USPSA. You don't see that very often, but prep for world shoot. So.
What was your favorite war?
Gotta be 2.
My favorite world war?
No, just favorite war in general. What was it? You're in the Army, so like, what was your favorite war?
Probably the Civil War.
All right, this is Gianni. He is no longer a junior shooter, unfortunately, but he still acts like one. Go ahead, tell people who you are.
I'm Gianni Giordano. I've been shooting USPSA for about 11 years.
And how old are you?
21 right now.
So you started at 10 years old.
Yeah.
Can't win.
Yeah, that's about it.
He's the only one brave enough to shoot a major power factor iron sight gun.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a big limited shooter.
I'm still in the Stone Ages using iron sights.
Yeah, I've actually never competed at a major match with irons before,
Yeah,
ever.
you should definitely try it.
Maybe. What should I shoot?
I don't know.
M&P 40?
You can take that off, put some sights on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
You
like
got the
that.
slot, you got to cut out right now.
Yeah, I took it off though, because I didn't need it. What advice do you have to someone who's starting their shooting career at 30 years old?
At 30?
Yeah.
I don't know, train hard. That's about it.
Okay, more specific.
You gotta, as far as training,
Just advice. He's 30 years old. He's getting started. He didn't have the plasticity that you had at 10 years old to understand.
You gotta love it. And you gotta get some friends established, start doing your locals, and just start training as much as you possibly can. I mean,
Okay, what's the next level of
the
detail?
next level, well then that's really refinement of actually being able to separate the top few percent of people.
Okay, and then what's the next level on that?
On that, then it's just freaking really small details.
Okay, what's a small detail?
I don't know, I don't even really know. Transitions, anything,
What's a transition?
target to target.
What's a target?
Brown paper.
All right, thank you so much, Gianni.
Thank you.
Stud. Woo! Zoom out on his butt. Oh, you're done filming.
If you are finished, unload and show clear.
But that second target, I came over, dot wasn't there, I pulled the trigger anyways.
2 Alpha, Alpha Charlie, Alpha Charlie.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Charlie?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, he's got the scope of.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, there's a guy with a big beard.
Looks like a delta from back here.
I think it's right on the line.
That's a liner.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yes!
I do.
Yeah, it's a Delta. Oh. Just on the outside, yeah?
Throw an overlay on it, but I don't have a Copenhagen.
No, I
hanging up.
didn't
I don't
break.
know how to do that again.
Alpha Charlie.
All right, starting off the match with Delta Force. Now, that was weak hand. I don't practice weak hand a lot. Let's approve this bad boy, 5-4, not great, okay? We needed to be like in like the low 6s on that.
Jacob.
I came to that next position and we practiced a little bit yesterday. It took me like 3 or 4 like mini stages to warm up on my weak hand to find my dot. And that's exactly what happened here. My cold start, I lost my dot when I transitioned left. So I didn't have my dot on the first shot on the target on the left side, dropped one low, came up, saw a flash, yanked the shot with my trigger because I wasn't holding hard enough. Alpha's on the rest, but we're just getting started. It's a low point stage and it is what it is. So we're gonna start off Delta Force, we're gonna rock and roll, but let's watch Aaron shoot.
Bye.
This time? 660. So he shot a little bit slower than me. I think a little bit more accurate. Andy's got major power factor. Aaron, come over here. All right, tell us how you feel about that. Got 2 Charlies on that.
Looks like I dropped 2 Charlies, so not what I was looking for, but shooting major. It'll be okay. I shot first target, had trouble finding the dot, but luckily I found it within a decent amount of time and decent first.
Made it happen. First stage, getting started.
Why'd my mom's caller ID just pop up on your phone, bro?
Dude, she's a nice lady. I gotta tell you something. Oh, I dragged. It's all right. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
We are fulfilling the prophecy of Delta Force yet again in another major. Northern Arizona, we finished with like 14 Deltas on like 12 stages, which is like way too much. But my speed was there for Northern Arizona. A little bit behind pace on this, but we're shooting our skill, we're doing our thing, and we're shooting with literally the world's best shooters on this squad. So this will give me a good idea of where I'm gonna stand for nationals and where I'm gonna place for world shoot and what I need to train on. Woo!
Yeah.
All right, Gianni. What a nice stage.
Thank you.
Second stage of the match. How did that feel?
So far so good. I had a couple Charlies, but
Speed was there though.
indicators
If you
out.
shoot this sub 7,
Yep.
you're blazing through this thing. You nailed that steel super quick.
Yep.
What does that look like on iron sights shooting strong hand?
So basically on iron sights, I'm really focusing on the steel part. The paper was just kind of a blend. I'm more pointing and shooting.
Sweet.
Definitely focus on the steel.
Cool. Good job, man.
Thank you.
I shot a hostage.
Charlie, no shoot. 2 Alpha. Alpha. Charlie. And 2 Alpha.
Thank you, gentlemen.
We're incomplete.
I know she doesn't help me, but I appreciate you guys. Thanks. All right, guys. So that was a decent time on it. A little bit slower than Jay. I think if I would have started right, it would have been a little faster because I could have attacked the middle targets a little bit more aggressive. But I didn't want to switch my plan right before I was going to shoot. I was second shooter up, and I bobbled the popper, which then like got in my head a little bit, and I pulled a no shoot and a double stack, which sucks. But I think high hit factor for CO 7.7. That was a 7.4. But all these big dogs are about to come and shoot. I think this should be like a low 15 stage with minimal Charlie. So we'll see what these guys do, and we'll rock and roll.
Dude, I want to read. But I kind of like
Jacob Hetherington just shot. Absolute smoke show, about 3 seconds faster than I shot it. And for a large course like this, that's gonna bump that hit factor up quite a bit. He's known to shoot fast and wild. They're gonna score it, and then we'll see what he thinks about his run. What was your hit factor, Jacob?
9-0.
9-0. How's that feel? Well, how'd that run feel for you?
So my goal this match is to shoot more like Eric Lefel and shoot a lot of points down. Unfortunately, I was over 21 or 22 points down, so not reaching my goal, but I was fast and I probably looked okay. So
I think you looked great. You shot that in like 13 and change. Everybody else is in like 15, 16, so you really turned up the gas on that. 13.65. So that's probably one of the fastest raw times you've seen, especially for a carry optics gun. You shoot that thing like it's an open gun.
I appreciate it.
Nice, 7.4. We'll take that. My goal on that was to get sub 15 seconds. We just saw 2 good shooters from the last squad. They both shot like mid 15, so I wanted to push the pace a little bit. I had to make up on steel up in the front, but really on my sights, I was a little, this moon dust is interesting. I was a little unstable coming to this back corner, so I pulled a Charlie high, but other than that, we only had 2 Charlies overall for the stage. Very respectable hit factor at 7.4 and change. Good for limited optics. I'm curious to see, I think like Jacob and Christian, I think they can breach into the 13s on this stage just with a little bit more aggression on the targets. So we'll see how we do. We're gonna film Christian on this stage next, so take a look out for him. Let's watch our boy shoot. I love it, dude. Love it.
How did he do that? Christian! 1353.
ridiculous that I could do it.
Oh my gosh!
Absolute hippo energy on that stage.
Yes, sir.
You were moving through that stage fast. I think that's the fastest raw time so far at a
think so.
13.50.
Wow. Okay. That sounds pretty good when you say
Take us through, how many Charlies did you have?
I think I only had 1 or 2. I think
One
it's
or
pretty,
two.
pretty clean. Yeah, I like it. This stage is all about having big hippo energy. That's my spirit animal. I consider myself a big hippo out
Give
here.
me a little thigh flex.
Yeah, I mean, they're just massive. I mean, they're tucked away right now, but we're squatting about
You don't want to see
415
you don't
per
want to
rep.
see them out.
You don't want to see them out. When you see them out, it's already too late, you know, like getting too close to a hippo, you see the teeth, you're already getting clapped. Anyways, this stage was really good. A lot of people had some problems here, really wanted to execute on this stage, jump myself ahead. This was a stage that I felt comfortable and confident with. I was mixing up the different stage plans, saw different people, which is a little bit of an advantage, decided what's gonna work best for me, added some elements of flair, some hard stops in those steel, making sure I hit those. At the end here, I was coming with a lot of speed. Once again, that big hippo energy. Sometimes you get moving, a little bit out of control. But if you have ballerina moves, some people don't know that the hippo is actually very agile.
Yeah.
And I use those agile moves to stay within the boundaries, avoid any penalty, and drive alphas, because that's that big hippo energy. Big
Let's
dog.
do an instant replay of his little ballerina footwork.
It's crazy work, crazy work.
Wow, insane. Just like open gun shooting, they're so loud. Christian's out here just dragging it on the ground. Can't help himself. He's just doing his thing. Love to see it. This is why he's the world champ, and that's why he's gonna get your second world title.
Absolutely, yes,
I had to
sir.
count. I wasn't sure if it was 3, 4, 5, 8, or
It's
whatever.
2. I'm only 24 years young, but anyways, we're staying locked in. This is just one good stage. We're gonna compile on it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. A little sprint here. We're gonna stay back at that marathon pace. We'll be back at it.
You know what I haven't seen though?
What's that?
Eric versing you in a match yet. He keeps running.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of crazy how it works. I fly halfway across the world, and all of a sudden his guns are dirty, or you got to change, or they shoot iron sights. But we'll get that matchup. Like I said, I stand on business. I'm all about that action, all about that noise, and I'm ready to go anywhere, anytime. So let's get after it.
Eric, you heard him. We want to see you guys compete again. Face him. Who is the world's best? Christian or Eric? Here's saying Idaho's finest. 3 alpha. 3 alpha. Well, 1 Charlie. Steel like no other. There we go. That's how a grandmaster does it.
Range is clear. Time. 1, 2, 3.
His heart rate is probably skyrocketed right now. The adrenaline is pumping.
3 alpha. 3 alpha. 3 alpha.
We're gonna let him find himself.
Full diameter. Got a wall? Back there, possibly. 2 alpha, 1 Charlie. 2 alpha, 1 Charlie.
Oh, we might have hit a wall.
3 alpha. 3 alpha. 1 alpha, 2 Charlie. 1 alpha, 2 Charlie.
I see no wall hit.
3 alpha.
3 alpha.
3 alpha.
3 alpha. I only saw just a tiny
Wait.
No walls.
Sorry, the last one was 2 alpha, 1 Charlie.
I appreciate it, Omar.
2 alpha, 1
Yeah,
Charlie.
Shooting integrity is number one.
Always.
Let's walk and talk, Sam.
Okay.
How did you feel about this stage?
Okay.
Okay. Why didn't it feel great?
I felt just a. Oh, we're going around the barrel.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going around the barrel. Okay.
Yeah.
I felt just a little. I didn't nail the positioning just quite right, so I was a little out of position going into that last spot
Yeah.
in the corner. So I couldn't start shooting right away. So I lost a little time there, and then I almost threw a makeup because I threw a wide Charlie on the far target, and I thought for a split second about throwing a makeup. Decided no, the high hit factor is really high. Forget it. Go to the steel. So there was a little hesitation there.
What was your hit factor?
10 something.
10 something, yeah. 10 hit factor. That makeup is typically not worth it unless you're doing it immediately with like a sub 20 split.
Even a
give or
delta.
take.
I think a delta on a delta on a 10 hit factor is like it's still like a 0.3 or something.
Yeah, it's
Something
like
that.
it's a lot. And to transition back to it,
Yeah.
if it was the same target, maybe, and if you called it immediately, you know what I mean? But I would say your first 4 targets, I mean, you just smoked right through those things. Just alphas, just collecting them all day long.
So something I've been trying to do is recognize like where my weaknesses are on the stage. So I have a bad habit of dragging the gun off. So I'll get my eyes will leave before I've pulled that
I
second.
know exactly what you mean.
So for these, what I've been trying to do mentally is tell myself, don't be retarded. So make sure that your eyes are still on the target until you pull that third shot.
Yep.
Especially when they're close and hosy, you know, because you can just
Absolutely.
rip. But then you get there and there's 2 alphas and a mic because you threw it into the dirt off the left of the
Yeah,
target.
I've got a bunch of slow-mo footage where I'm shooting, and as I'm going, it's like boom, boom, and
Exactly.
my brain is moving faster than my trigger fingers talking to myself. So we either need to slow down our vision or increase our trigger speed. And we already shoot pretty fast. So I think it's all just in our eyes. Doesn't even know we're filming.
Kind of rude.
So rude, such a loud gun. But yeah, that looked great, Sam.
Love
This is my first time meeting Sam.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like we've known each other for years. We've never met.
Absolutely.
So
You just got one of those faces that look familiar.
yeah, right.
Also, shout out to this stage. It's my stage.
Yeah.
Constantine
Actually,
carry.
I used one of your belts.
Sam uses one of my belts. And guys, if you want to see more match content like this or just YouTube in general, grab a belt, grab some shirts. We got new merch coming out. We've got an inner belt that's probably out by the time this video's out. And all of that support leads into these productions. So if you want to see more content on the shooting sports, like the PCC documentary, we're doing one on Pistol Worlds as well, major matches, grab a belt, support the program. Let's make shooting sports a real thing again.
If you are finished, alone is so clear. If clear, hammer down, closer. Range is clear. 1, 3, 3, 5.
Well,
Yank that third shot.
yeah. I wasn't the target I wanted to shoot, but it was the first one that I saw. And I'm right here. Second penalty of the match with a mic. But we're gonna keep on trucking, is what it is. I felt nervous coming up to this stage, a little heart flutter, a little hand shaking. And so when I started shooting, it was just like, this feels weird. And it was like kind of in my head a little bit. I was really thinking, I wanted a fast time rather than just thinking about shooting itself. And that's always gonna provide a worse execution on the stage rather than just staying in the game, focusing on it. Splits were just okay. We got a lot of alphas other than that mic, and I think I got 1 Charlie. So, is what it is, and we're gonna keep on moving. 2 more stages for today. All right, Steiner, come here.
Oh boy.
Let's talk about your stage. How do you feel? This is the oldest man on the squad.
The oldest. Most distinguished. How can we go with distinguished? Edit that first part out. Say distinguished.
The oldest, most distinguished shooter. The best masterclass open shooter who likes to stay in master.
Allegedly. I like the free play.
Tell us about your stage.
Finally put something together. I've been shooting a lot of Charlies, especially for open, and finally put something together. Got great squad mates that are inspiring me to try and shoot more alphas, but
Yes.
this was finally a fun stage.
And you hit your steel first shot.
Ah! Did you get that on camera, Steel?
Oh yeah, we did. Honestly, I think we just need to put the camera on you and you do a lot better.
But
Something
no.
like that. Let's talk about Range Panda real quick. So that is your shooting goods company.
Correct.
With Gianni.
With Gianni Giordano, RangePanda.
They know Gianni. They've seen him already.
Basically, we're out here on the range just like you guys, and we come up with the products that we sell due to use and whatnot. And so it's definitely stuff we found the personal need for and whatnot. Nathan Barnes.
Now, hold on 1 second. I need you to turn this way. No, holster. So this is like the new flagship product for this year. This is the Apex holster. This is probably, could you say, the best open holster on the market right now?
We've got some of the top shooters in the country that are loving this.
It's a better way to put it.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, that's the way, you know, if you can get top shooters in the country to leave the holster that they rely on and switch to this, you know you've got a winner. Our only problem with it so far is we can't produce enough.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. And like,
yeah.
what I like on it is the adjustability. You can adjust the height, the cant, everything on the gun is adjustable. It's gonna work with basically all your 2011s. Do you have other models for other
we will be migrating over to CZ and Glock and whatnot, and maybe the SIG 320 series. But right now we're focusing on 2011s. You know, just to kind of tell you real quick about it, the first thing we tell people when they try this holster is don't throw your gun. It comes out that first time so fast, don't throw your gun. It's like a cloud is holding it in there, and you can smack it and it won't go anywhere, but as soon as you start lifting, it's out.
It's out. The other thing that Range Panda does is foam inserts for your Pelican cases. It's hard foam, laser cut. He can put little designs on there. And I love that for travel. I like the double stack where you have mags on the bottom, guns on the top. It makes traveling through TSA and everything like that super easy, and your guns are extremely protected then.
That's another thing. With as much as Gianni and I travel, we know what our needs are as shooters, and that was another product that kind of came out of a need and whatnot. Yeah. So
with these super fragile open guns, you know, you have to baby them. You can't just knock them around like a duty pistol. So
you do.
Yeah. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Check out rangepanda.com.
If you're finished, unload, show clear. If clear, hammer down holster.
All right, better stage. We brushed off the mic from the last stage. And, you know, I lost the nerves. Didn't think about anybody else shooting. And I just focused on myself, focused on what I could do with my gun, focused on what I could saw. 1 for 1 on the steel. The only thing that I had a slight hiccup was coming into this position. I thought about reloading for a second. Didn't have my gun up. I could have shot this target a little bit sooner, but everything worked out. We had 3 Charlies, good hit factor. Juan's crushed this. Let's see what his hit factor was on it. I just figured out that we can do live scoring on it. And limited optics, Wanzik, stage 1. Oh, we got, we might have just tied him for that. Maybe edged him, I don't know. We have the exact same hits in similar times, so we're gonna be like within a 1/10 of a hit factor of each other, which is pretty cool. So good stage, 1 more for today. Always clean your mag.
Have you tried Infinity?
No, there's moon dust in here. I forgot to clean this mag when I reloaded it. So my bullets kind of maraca'd in there. Definitely screwed up mentally a little bit, tried to push. Okay.
Reshoot.
Reshoot gods are on my side today. We will not be using this mag. Fuck. Still got a mic.
Clear. Time 1676.
Still got a mic. It's confirmed, I see it. I saw both my mics. I saw there's a makeup. The reshoot gods want me to have a mic on this stage.
Bag in the entire bag.
Oh my gosh.
It's not even dirty.
5 to go.
Moon dust free.
Did that on purpose.
12.
Oh, clean hits. Besides that mic, that's just rough.
Hey, you're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You're welcome. Good luck to this match.
Thank you. 7-9, all right. Okay, so round 2, another mic, different target on the tucks. Went back to make it up, made it up with another mic. I was already moving, had to keep going, is what it is. It's just sometimes how it goes. Second penalty for the day. Actually, there might be a reshoot on 7, and I think that's what they're here to tell me, so let's find out. What's the verdict?
All right, so what we were able to find in the logs is it actually shows scores saying from Jacob, from Gianni. This score right here was the only score that was not from somebody else. And when we first talked, you were like, hey, this is my score on Jacob with the mic. So we queued everything back up to where it was, but we didn't want to hit approve without your
I'm right here, Pete.
approval here. So are you in agreement that this is your score? You had that mic, that's your time?
That's what I earned, yes.
Okay.
As much as I wanted the reshoot.
Thank you, Hunter.
Of course.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support for this.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. No reshoot, I earned it. So that's 3 penalties for day 1. Yeah, kind of rough for the first day. This is definitely not the shooting I want to do. I've had a couple good stages, couple bad stages. I could actually tell you exactly where I'm at right now because they update it live. So let's see. I'm guessing I'm probably like 140 points down or something like that. See here, combined by division. I am, oh my gosh, I have to do math on camera. I'm 153 points down right now from Wanzik, who's leading. Is what it is. We got to clean up day 2. We got to shoot better points. Can't afford any penalties at all. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to come in tomorrow. We're going to crush it. And you got to keep your spirits high no matter what you're doing.
Welcome back to day 2. Got a fresh day, fresh start, fresh stages, and an optimistic attitude for the rest of today. We're looking forward to it. We've got more points in this section than we did up top. So there's a chance to climb out of this hole, because you know what America loves? I'll tell you exactly what America loves. The underdog. And that's exactly where I put myself. We got to bring ourselves down so we can rise back up. Okay, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have some excellent stages, excellent points. We're just going to really focus on shooting our own game, because that's advice that you hear time and time again at matches and you get reminded of. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to shoot my own game today. I'm not going to try to emulate any of these boys. I'm just going to get in my own head. I'm going to do my thing, rock and roll.
There we go. Shoot your pace. You'll do better. Time is what's acceptable for me today. I got a little dicey in the section before last, and I didn't have my dot, a couple makeups on the small steel. And then when I got to that back wall of steel, I somehow sniped the baby popper before the big popper, so I waited for it to fall, went over, probably lost a 10th or 2 on seconds there. 7.5 hit factor, we'll take it. Not sure what that percentage comes out to be. This guy fucking crushed it.
What I want to say, Hunter came out here, good visual intensity, first position, a little bit of a slow start, racked the gun though, and as soon as he started, once he got started, he came to his back position and looked like he was almost out of control with the speed, but he was under control the entire time. Smacked his 2 alphas on this back position, wasn't in there longer than he had to be. Comes over here and drills 2 alpha, 1 for 1 on the steel, pushes out, drives 2 alpha. last position, a little bit squirrely, but still had everything under control and finished strong. I mean, a high alpha percentage, a good time, really competitive. I like how you started today.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a good balance between riding that line of that squirreliness and alphas, and I'm shooting like alpha mode right now.
Alpha mode, but your movement's aggressive. A lot of times people will slow down their movement when they're trying to drive the alphas. Hunter didn't do that. He was aggressive with the movement, his big hippo quads. He was rolling on the stage like owed him some money, so it was really good.
Let me tell you something.
built.
You get out, you get a nice big steak, you shoot a little pool, you have a good night with the boys, you're gonna have a good match the next day. The boy up under, she lives so far up north. Cold start of the day. First stage, a pretty hefty one to start on too.
It wasn't easy.
Awkward start position. I do not do the start position often.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
The start was awkward. I definitely sat there for a little bit to try to get the gun loaded. But other than that, clean up the field, which is what I wanted to do. Dropped 3 calories in 1 second, unfortunately, but.
What was your time?
I think it was 16.3 in there.
Good time and hit factor over 8?
I didn't, 7.9.
7.9, almost an 8.
Yeah.
And ladies, do you have a girlfriend?
No.
No girlfriend, ladies. He's getting 7.9 hit factors, but I think he falls a little bit higher on the dating scale. You know what I mean? Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Appreciate it. A little slow.
At least you recognize that you had a complete mic, where we had other people who just weren't sure, so they fired around.
Oh yeah,
and
I
it
was
an
like
extra
just
hit penalty.
literally dot off target. I was like splash. I was like, okay. All right, guys. So that was a fixed time stage, which basically means it's Virginia count. It's a 14 round stage, so you only have 14 rounds for the stage in total. Each target can only have 2 hits. We almost got through it all. The last target got a little heebie-jeebie because I saw dirt splash well off the target. I transitioned over a little short, so I made up an extra shot, which is typically something you don't do on a fixed time stage, but it paid off for this time. Finished with 52 points, not the strongest, but you know, we're just sending it. I don't really like fixed time stages like this. We're gonna rock and roll next. We got the speed shoot swinger. AMU, he's taking the safe route. He's going to leave a target up unless he's going to surprise us and freaking jazz his way all the way around. Let's see what he does. He's going to be fast. He's got a good trigger. He's going for it. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. He chose the safe route and shot it so aggressive he got all the targets.
No overtime shot.
No overtime shots. This is why Jacob is known as Jacob the Hammer Headington. How many points do you think you dropped?
I think I had 3 Charlie maybe. That's what I called, so 6 points down. So that's a 120 point stage minus 6, 114.
The 70 point stage.
It's a what?
70 point stage.
It's a 70 point stage, so 64 points.
Yeah, really good on the trigger, really bad at mare.
Yeah.
This boy is Army strong, if you know what I mean. Not as bad as the Marines though.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't eat crayons.
Who do you think is the smartest branch? Is it the Air Force or the Coast Guard?
To me, honestly, it's the Space Force.
Space, you know what? I forget about the Space Force.
Yeah, they're easy to forget about.
They're getting your last target. Let's see what your score is.
5
Charlies, 10 points down. Jacob got 60 points. Now, Aaron and I both missed a target. We didn't get to shoot it. Aaron got 53, I got 52. But I would say Aaron and I were way more chill with it.
Yeah, you guys shot more control days. I kind of sent it. Got through the rest of the stage, but we ended up almost the same.
But he won. Little speed shoot.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
I hate short courses that aren't IPSC style, but not bad.
How do you think your hits are on that swinger? Can you see from right here?
Did
you? Is that a double? Is that 2 holes on there?
Yeah, I think I doubled it. Perfect double.
Yeah.
Like that old Max Michelle video.
Yeah.
Like the 25-yard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. So.
Dude, it looks like a big hole.
Yeah.
I think he's got just a fucking
I'm
pair
done
of snake
with it,
eyes.
it's always a big hole.
We got a mic on the swinger. I don't know what shot it was either. I was like definitely like not in the zone, auto zone on that. I missed the activator, so I waited. And there's an issue that I have. Swingers, I don't practice, and like my timing's off on it. So there's like a slight delay, like when your Bluetooth is off from like your Netflix video, where I like see it and I'm like, press the trigger, but the target's already moving and I need to like press it as soon as I see it. But there's like a target, now press, and then my shot's late. So I think that was my first shot where it came out and I pressed the trigger and just went, and on the way back up, I caught it on the tail end because I saw the starting edge of the target and I was aiming here. I started pressing the trigger. By the time the bullet got there, it was at the end. Shit happens. Hey guys, we're here with Cloak and Dagger. These are probably the best
Pasties.
pasties. I was gonna say like evolution, iteration, advancement. These are the pasters of the future, okay?
Wow.
And I'll let Ken, the owner of Cloak and Dagger, explain why they are the best. This is what I switched to. And we might even see some special ones coming very soon.
Yeah. So all it is, it's what you already know. It's what's been around for, I think, several decades at this point, right? But the most important thing is that a paster is supposed to cover the hole and then just stay on there, right? Otherwise, like, what's the point of pasting? So, big thing about these is it's got a black backing on the back, right? This prevents sunlight from shining through. Where something like this, you got a west-facing bay. It's super important. As soon as we have sunlight, hole starts showing through. Color match quickly, and adhesive just sticks in conditions, cold conditions, all that stuff. And then we've got our respawn line, which just covers up the entire A zone. So once you're done blasting a giant hole, you don't have to just make a bridge of paster.
Yes.
And that's pretty much it. Other than that, the hole's 3,000 on a roll.
Yep, it's perfect. It fills up your paster gun. They're just better pasters overall. And I don't want any of the cheap shit anymore. I just want the Cloak and Dagger pasters. Now these alpha zones, I've heard an argument where people are like, well, I could just get a target for the same price, whatever. Now let me tell you something, okay? If you're lazy and you don't want to staple or swap out your target, you just slap one of these stickers on. And that's what I found. I like when I'm practicing. Let's say my truck is like 40, 50 yards away, but this is in my range bag.
Yeah.
All I do is
And
new alpha zone up.
right there.
Yep, and it's easy.
Yeah.
And it holds your target together too. You know what I mean? Where before you kind of do this like cross patch hatch thing of the pasters,
Yeah.
but it's great. Being in a very sunny state in Arizona, I found that the no bleed through the sun is probably my favorite aspect of it, because sometimes I'm shooting, I'm like, is that a hole? And I'm like thinking about that mid-course fire, and you can't have that.
Right.
Just can't have that at all. So check out Cloak and Dagger. He's got no shoots for those of you who don't know how to aim. He's got hardcover for those of you who don't know how to aim, and then of course the brown ones that you should be using the most of. But check it out. It's the best pasters you can get. And he sponsored this whole match, so the entire match is Cloak and Dagger pasters.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, Big Daddy Christian.
Let's go.
Look at that run.
Yeah, that's
spectacular. 1-for-1 on the steal.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
Solid hits, only a couple of points down.
Couple points down, yeah. A few more points down would I like. A good, solid run. You know, a lot of variables there. You just got to control the variables. I mean, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You've heard that earlier. Heard it from him, heard it from me. You want to control the variables. A couple of variables. Unloaded start, the bobber, want to control that. Couple of tuxes, those positions, the planks. Those things you got to be a little bit careful with. So I was very steady in the positions. A couple more Charlies than I wanted. I think the time was just fine. And where we're at in the match, I like it.
Time was
intensity.
more than just fine. He hammered this stage.
We'll see how it holds up. I think I left about a half a second out there. We'll see. But I think it was a good run, and we got a lot of great shooters left to shoot. So we'll see how it holds up.
That's good. Now, what is your favorite range snack at a match?
Ooh, I think fruit is good. Bougie. If you have time to hit a little Walmart the day before and get some strawberries or some blueberries, those tops at the right moment can really take you from somewhere like right here to somewhere like here. So really important that it's good. I heard some bars, some mango, some dried mango. Not just, when I'm at home, I'm eating that dried mango. When you're in a match, get the soft and juicy dried mango. Just so much better. A little bit of sugar never hurt anybody, you know?
You get a little boost in the afternoon. You're feeling a little sleepy.
Yeah,
That's what I
absolutely.
brought for this match, with some dried mango,
Oh,
dried
it's so good.
apricots. Yeah,
It's so good.
it's good. It's a little bit easier when you're not bringing a cooler around.
That is nice. It is nice. I just bring a little bag around. They got waters over here, put a liquid IV in there, no problem. And yeah, we're absolutely ripping and riding out here. Hunter and I are crushing it. We're having a fantastic day too so far. Really good.
Pro tip for water too, you should try to drink a bottle of water per stage.
Oh yeah.
Stay hydrated.
And you should have good homies like Hunter. When he grabs a water bottle, you grab a water bottle too.
When you grab a water bottle,
I get one for you too.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Look out for your homies.
Look out for your homies. Kiss them good night too.
All right, we finished strong. A little slow on the start. I wasn't sure like what dot setting to use. I turned it down just a little bit. I think I would have kept it bright, just because when I came up, I was like kind of aware of it, but not fully in it. But so I just relied back on, okay, we're gonna shoot pace, shoot confirm, get good trigger presses. We had to make up on the pucks in the back, but no big deal. And then we had one makeup on the small steel. Now, I'd say the hardest target, which is just that little sliver of a headshot that you're shooting right before you leave, stacked it right in the eyes in the credit card slot, which is great. And on the bobber, we had an Alpha Charlie, like just splitting the Alpha line. So happy with the stage, solid points, nothing spectacular, but we're in the game, we're in the fight. EA Sports. Fuck, dude. Pulled off a target, threw another mic for today. I don't know what's going on, but not quite in the fit, thank you. And this is what we're gonna accept, dude. Might not, probably fighting even for podium at this point. We got like 2 more stages left, and we're gonna have to put something together just to even stay in the fight. So kind of doing this on stage. We want this. It's what it is. This is real life. We're doing this together.
I will say, I think that's what I would do. And that is how you do it. That was perfect execution. Drove alphas all the way up here. Hit his position 1 for 1, dialed in the alphas on the tucks. Swinger, he got 1 was available, 2 when it came back, no problem. That's a pretty good run. It's a good one. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Telling you.
Do you shoot pelt?
Yeah. I'm pelting right now. Boink. Can't put shit there anymore.
Ooh, they were figuring something out, and it looks like he might have gotten a foot fault. See, as a bipedal Homo sapien, we have 2 feet. And what's important for shooting is that both feet are inside of the shooting area. This is a foot fault. My foot is out. This is not a foot fault because technically the fault line is part of the shooting area. This is a foot fault if my toe is touching on the outside, or in his case, his heel. Look, I'm like those Instagram girls. All right, Sam's walking off the stage. He smoked that. He got like a 1.5 seconds faster than me.
Well, I was thinking about your face right before, and that gave me the extra motivation to just
Nice.
kind of.
How many points down did you shoot?
I don't know. So I had a foot fault, and my foot was outside of the fault lines. However, the dirt is built up inside of the fault line, and per the rule book, there has to be 2 inches of a gap between the ground and the top of the foot.
Yeah, you go ahead and handle that with her. So one thing in a major match, it's always important to argue for yourself. So a lot of the times the ROs are just human beings like us. And
And they didn't even make a bad call here. My foot was definitely outside the fault line. I looked at my video and my heel was totally outside the fault line. But in that corner where my foot was, it's filled up with dirt. So the reason they have that rule is so you can feel with your feet where the fault lines are.
Yeah.
So what you do in this case is you call for the RM, they see what they want to say about it, and which way, you just accept what it is, you have a smile on your face. As volunteers all their time out here, so we always really appreciate staff who come to work the stage. It's a hot and sweaty job. So I always try to be super courteous with the staff.
Absolutely. It's free to be nice. There's no need to throw a tantrum on the stage. At the end of the day, this doesn't really matter. It's just a match. It's an area match. Sure, it holds more weight. But at the end of the day, in a year from now, 10 years from now, when you're on your deathbed, are you going to be happy that you were a dick to an RO for a stupid call? Probably not.
I'd hope not.
Yeah. Now, Sam, I heard a rumor from Charlie that you might start a training company.
Potentially. We're getting it going.
Okay.
We're getting it going. So looking into doing some more.
This year or next year?
Should be this year.
Okay.
Should be this year.
And you're up in this Idaho area?
Yeah. This is actually my home range right here.
Beautiful. So if you're in the region, this is probably the most accurate man on the squad. I think we could say that confidently.
Which I interpret as I need to go faster. So
maybe.
All right, guys, this is the RM, so I'm gonna go chat with him.
Okay. Check out Sam's training company when it launches. Name's Sam Matt. 2 first names. Weird.
Fucked up the count.
I would keep me now. I aim center on everything. Nice, Hunter.
All right, so last stage of Area 1.
Last stage, Area 1.
How'd you feel?
So I knew I'm sitting in second coming into this stage, and Jacob's like 16 points back from me. And so I was like, if I just lay down a good run with a lot of alphas, then Jacob's gonna have a hard time. He's gonna send it. Like, he could do it. But I think
that's what Jacob's known for.
That's what he's known for.
Sendy.
He's done it to me before, okay? And it hurt.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
But yeah. How many points down did you shoot?
I shot 1 Charlie on this stage.
2 points down. That's awesome for a big stage like this. You did have a slight hiccup on the tux.
I threw a mic into the tux, and then I started to transition off, and then I was a bit jumped and picked it up. So that cost half a point for sure. But overall, it's good. That's cool.
Nice control. My run, I watched you come back and shoot these 2 targets. Bop, 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 bop. And that was not the pace I was planning on shooting it, but I was
you decided that pace after that, though.
I saw you shoot, and that's where shooting order comes in handy, because I was like, oh, he can be aggressive. I watched you get 2 alphas.
Yep.
And I was like, if this was practice, I could easily shoot it that fast and get alphas.
Yep.
Right, with no pressure on the match. And then I had to aim a lot on this tux, and then I had a really close alpha on that partial, the last partial on the right side.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're sending it, we're going for it. And then as soon as I got in the position, I found my trigger speed again.
Yeah.
And just started blazing.
Started ripping.
Yeah. And
the last bit, I didn't see your run, but the last bit was okay?
Last bit was okay. I had one that was in the black on the tux.
Yep.
And I was also thinking about your run, where I was like, boom, boom, didn't feel good, send a third, then move on. But
you didn't transition off of it. You were
didn't
just
transition,
boom,
yeah.
boom.
I was like, my dot felt wrong. It broke the line, just barely, just like an eighth of a circle broke the line, but that's not good enough to feel secure with.
Yeah.
And okay, maybe I would have saved 2/10 of a second or something like that.
Yeah.
But overall, I shot 8 points down, 4 Charlies.
Yeah. What was your time?
16:50 something. So
That's
2 seconds.
Yeah, I think you got me on that one then.
Yeah.
It's 16:2.
One stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty good. That's how we're ending out the match on stage.
Yeah, that's a strong finish.
Strong finish, yeah. I definitely shot better today. than yesterday. And yesterday leading up to, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hydrate, I'm gonna sleep, I'm gonna go with stuff. Last night, went out with some shooters.
Yep.
We had steaks, a couple beers, played some pool.
Pool's fun.
Stayed up late.
Yeah.
I think I went to bed at like 1 last night.
Oh my gosh.
And so I got like 4-ish hours of sleep and just came in here and like, if you look at percentages, I shot better today than yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I just need to like deplete my body. So my goal was just to survive the day.
You have nothing left to do other than just like.
I'm like, I need to shoot these stages and get home or be done.
Yeah. No, it's this time thing. So I'm 2 hours. I'm Eastern time. So this is 2 hours back.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to go to bed like as early as I can. I still end up going to bed at like 10, but then I automatically wake up at like 2 in the morning. So I'm like,
I'm ready. Like a Manchurian candidate.
I'm like, oh shit.
So we're talking a lot, but I want Jay to talk about his experience with Walther, the steel frame, the polymer frames, and just like a quick synopsis of why you chose the Walther gun.
Yeah, I mean, so the Walthers are the best thing about them is the trigger.
Yep, dynamic.
And then
the dynamic
performance trigger, which you can get aftermarket. I think they're making a bunch of them that come with the polymer frames. I shot the polymer for a couple of years. Great guns, and then they came out with the steel frame, and it's just like that much better.
I feel the same way about the Smith. It took them a long time to come out
with
the
steel.
steel.
They finally got it.
Yep, and
they
it
finally
feels
got
amazing.
And it's amazing. And the best thing, I mean, like other than the trigger, they run. They just run.
Yep.
I just got to add oil, and they run. I don't really clean them.
That's what I do with mine.
It's good.
That's why striker fire guns are better than hammer fire. But
yeah.
Jacob's about to shoot. Let's see what he does.
Let's do it.
This is for second place in CO, right?
This is for second. If he can lay down a tremendous run.
Yeah.
Then
I think he probably needs like 16 or under with very clean.
Very clean.
Maybe 1 or 2 Charlies, but I mean it's got to be significant.
Could be close.
Let's watch him. Oh. All right, Jay, he had some makeups in there. Still smoking through. Let's see what the time. What the fuck?
1587.
1587.
With a bunch of pickups. Now what's he got for points?
I think he's got quite a few alphas. That time is just smoking. It's crazy to think about how he just had, June. He just had, I don't know, like 6 extra makeup shots and still shot it almost a second faster than me. It's crazy to see, but this is the world's best right here. All right, guys, Area 1 championship in the books. This is my second Area 1. And no, I shot carry optics last time. So it's first limited optics Area 1. And there's one guy that still needs to shoot. He needs to really pull a rabbit out of his hat to take me out of 4th place right now. It's a guy named Alistair, which I think I've met before, but I'm thinking of 2 faces. I don't know which one is his. But how it came down to, I shot 93.85% of Hwanzit Kim Vision Focus, which is something that I did not do this match. So we got 4th overall in the division, 1st in master class, but overall's where it counts. And I left a lot of points out there. If you know, you do the what ifs, penalties gone, I would have had a very strong match. But that's not the case, and you can't decide how you're gonna shoot. Today, we shot strong, a lot stronger than yesterday, and that's what it's about, just remembering what you did well, when you did well, and identifying what you did bad, when you did bad, so you know to go home and fix it, because I think I'm gonna change up my practice style a little bit, where instead of shooting these like massive field courses all the time and switching it up, I think it's like field course, break it down to the fundamental that I'm lacking on, and a field course, break down on fundamentals. And we'll have a separate video, an updated USPSA practice video coming up soon, explaining what I'm saying now. But I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys like this match content. It seems to be something a little more than just the typical stages, times that a lot of top shooters are putting out. If you guys like these interviews, let me know. If you want this longer and we film more shooters and more little post-stage debriefs, we can do that. You guys just gotta let me know in the comments. And I appreciate you guys being here. Support Belt. Belt supports you. Belt supports the Second Amendment and the shooting community. We sponsored over 70 matches this year. We're giving away cash to shooters.